For many, the most inspiring part of the March for Life is seeing thousands of young people stand up for the unborn. We recently spoke with a young woman who will be leading hundreds of her peers from the University of Notre Dame in Marching for Life. That interview for you right now. We are here with Kylie Gallegos. She is the president of Notre Dame Right to Life. Kylie, thanks for being here with me. We are here at Seek with nearly 20,000 pro-life Catholics, young people from around the country. Talk to me about what motivates you as a young person to defend the unborn.
Yeah, I mean, it's so inspirational being here with 20,000 young people. I think from a young age, obviously, like, my faith was informing how I thought about the world, and being Catholic, you hear about the life issue a lot more. And so, I mean, yeah, from a young age, I knew the dignity of the unborn, and I was seeing the culture around me, which was interesting to see, like, especially my peers being so passionate about justice and equality, and then totally disregarding the unborn. So a contrast between the culture and my Catholic view. So just like knowing how important and beautiful and special life is. Yeah, my faith has informed all that I fight for and believe in.
Yeah, and talk to me about kind of what it means to you to be at a gathering where so many young people would choose to come to a place here led by Focus, where the goal is to pray together and deepen their faith.
Yes.
You know, in the culture that we're in today, that's so needed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think that being able to gather together 20,000 people in adoration, I actually think there's going to be 4,000 more people for adoration just from the St. Louis community. So
amazing.
24,000 people worshiping the Lord. And Focus has done a really good job of bringing in the pro-life cause to all of their programming, making sure to always include the unborn in their prayers. They have many pro-life organizations here that can connect with students and broaden the pro-life cause. Get the word out on how to get young people involved with the pro-life movement.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think the foundation in prayer is so important. I had an experience a couple of years ago, actually it was just before Roe v. Wade was overturned, so the conversation around abortion was very heightened.
Yeah.
And I was living with the Sisters of Life in New York City. We went to this prayer service where we had gone to Mass at the Basilica of Old St. Patrick's down in Lower Manhattan, and that was symbolizing the Last Supper, which was so beautiful. And then we prayed 3 rosaries walking 2 blocks down the street, and that was symbolizing the way of the cross. And then we ended at a Planned Parenthood where that was symbolizing modern day Calvary, the massacre of the innocents, and we prayed another rosary. And it was so beautiful to see hundreds of pro-lifers doing the way of the cross for the unborn. But it evoked a response from the other side. So the reason that it took 3 rosaries to get 2 blocks down the street was there were so many pro-abortion protesters, and you could just see the agitation that our prayer was causing them. And so that really solidified for me the importance of prayer and how much the other side sees it and how they're heard and answered.
Right, and how much of a spiritual battle this truly is. It is, you know, the modern battle of our day.
Yes.
Speaking of pro-life involvement, you're the president of Notre Dame Right to Life. I'm curious to hear your reaction to recent attempts at your sister school, St. Mary's College, to allow biological males to attend. Thankfully, this isn't happening, but what was it like on campus experiencing that?
Yeah, well, for me and my friends who are very involved with the Catholic culture at Notre Dame, we weren't surprised that it happened. We were very, very disappointed. I think we had held out hope that this would be one line that St. Mary's wouldn't cross. But yeah, the hope and the surprise in the opposite way that we all had whenever we heard that the decision had been overturned, I guess.
Right.
And we were all so thankful for Bishop Rhodes. He's a great leader for our diocese, and he had really spoken up against the decision that St. Mary's had made, and Catholics around the area rallied with love for St. Mary's, and they didn't want to see St. Mary's promoting these lies about what it means to be a woman, especially with the name Catholic.
Right.
So yeah, we were all filled with hope that maybe this is going to turn a new page for St. Mary's, new horizon. We'll see.
Good, good. And Kylie, before I let you go, I know you're leading many Notre Dame students to the March for Life. Talk to me about, you know, the importance of you guys being there and kind of what's in store.
It was a big question whenever Roe was overturned, like, do we keep going? And I realized after talking to many students that the march was something that was really important to them. It was important for them to go with their peers. We treat it as a pilgrimage because it's a 12-hour bus ride from Notre Dame, so
Wow.
we gather hundreds and hundreds of students. We've taken up to 1,000 before down to DC, and it's so inspirational to march with your peers and everyone else. So this year I'm really excited because we're taking on Notre Dame, our mother, as our patron, and we're going to have lots of signs just asking for the intercession of Mary for the unborn.
That's wonderful. Kylie, thanks for joining me once again. It's always great to see you and spend time with you.
Well, thank you, Prudence.
Don't forget to tune in to EWTN tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern for our wall-to-wall coverage of the 51st Annual March for Life. And tune in next week for a special edition of our program dedicated to the young people who are making waves in the pro-life movement.